So I work for JSL. We were acquired, actually my group was acquired about 18 months ago by JSL. We used to be a company called TBG Security. We purchased PlexTrac back when we were TBG Security. So we're a pen testing group, as you might imagine. We do a lot of vulnerability management for our clients, but we're basically a group of consultants, and this is one of the tools in the tool set. Oh, well, reporting was always the bane of our existence, right? That was the hardest part. So we looked at a couple of different platforms. I can't even think of the names of the other ones, but we even purchased a couple of other products that didn't work out so well. But prior to bringing in PlexTrac, it was basically just a struggle. It was almost a struggle. So I hired a senior pen tester who now actually works here at PlexTrac, but he brought us PlexTrac into our company, and I was a little hesitant at first because actually some of those other platforms that I just mentioned that we used were not good experiences. So I was hesitant to waste time trying to convert reports into this and stuff. But in the end, he convinced me to do it, and I was very happy when he did because it really improved productivity immensely. Yeah, as I just said, the previous platforms that we leveraged really sucked. I'm going to be blunt. This one, on the other hand, did not. I was very skeptical, but and honestly, part of it had to do with your team too, because when we produced our report templates, working with the team was very seamless. So that helped out a lot, and that was part of the problem with the other products is we couldn't get them off the ground because the teams are too hard to engage. So. So I think in our case, time to value probably could have been faster, but that was more on us than on you. But that said, I think deployment was fairly easy. So we went from signing the contract to having a report in production probably a few weeks later, which wasn't that bad. And then actually since then, we've become really good at tweaking our own reports. And I think that's probably the standard customer experience. At first, I'm forgetting the language that you use in the report, but once you get to learn that, it's not that difficult. So I have a couple of guys on my team that are very good at it. So at this point, it's pretty easy. We spend more time doing the good stuff, right? Our clients are seeing the residual effects of the fact that we're not spending. Sometimes we would spend, 10, 15, even 20% of the contract time. All of our work that we do is fixed price for the most part. And so, if I'm spending 20% of that fixed price cost, on the report, then the client's not getting as much value. Or since we're kind of a boutique consulting group, quality is really important to us. So what actually ends up happening is we still put in the time, but then it still takes an extra 20% to do that. So we're eating into our margins. So that hurt me as a business owner, big time. I think that that's very fair. Ubiquitous, I would say. So we've gotten to a point now, and that's not the word I would have expected that I would say, but the reason I'm saying that word is because we've started using the tool for more things than just pen testing reports. So my SOWs are in there now, right? So my sales process has been improved because of PlexTrac. That's kind of awesome if you stop and think about it. I never planned to get that out of it. I'd say definitely the AI modules, right? So we're already leveraging it. It's wonderful, but we're trying to work it in more into the methodology. So where traditionally, a pen tester would go in, they'd find a bunch of problems, they'd keep notes and stuff like that. We're trying to actually change the way that we operate during a pen test to kind of leverage the tool as we go. And so we're constantly putting findings in, even if they seem trivial, because we've got an AI engine that's going to produce, an 80-20 rule for us as far as the content is concerned for any particular finding. And then we can pick and choose what seems redundant and what can be pulled out and stuff like that. So it's really kind of changed the way that we engage overall. Like in that, again, I was kind of surprised by that, but the AI model kind of made it easier.